Greetings gamers, my name is Anto, and over the last year I've been diving into Pathfinder 2nd edition, and I've been making a whole bunch of videos on my process getting started with the system, as well as comparing it to various aspects of 5th edition. So if you're new here and you want to see more Pathfinder 2nd edition content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. But today I'm going to be telling you how you can learn and play the game for free. Now, I know many of you out there are going to be considering moving to Pathfinder 2nd edition, picking up the system, and let's face it, buying into a new TTRPG is a lot of effort. You have to learn the rules, get your game group on board, and you also, a lot of the time, have to spend a fair bit of money to get into a system. So today I want to tell you about all the ways that you can get into Pathfinder 2nd edition without spending any money to make sure that you like it, enjoy it, are interested in the rules before you dive in and start paying for it. Now, the first and most important resource for anyone playing Pathfinder 2nd edition is going to be the Archives of Nethys. The Archives of Nethys is the online SRD, the officially licensed partner of Paizo that provides the rules for Pathfinder 1st edition, 2nd edition, and Starfinder completely for free. Now, it doesn't give you any of the lore or background information, but it gives you all of the mechanics from every single product that Paizo puts out pretty much for free. Now, I do just want to mention, I know there's a big campaign to cancel D&D Beyond subscriptions at the moment. If you have a D&D Beyond subscription and are able to cancel it, that sends a great message to Wizards of the Coast that we're unhappy with the current state of open D&D, and it's one of the quickest and most effective ways to send that message. But if you've already done that and you've got a couple dollars lying around a month and you want to put it towards something, I highly recommend you check out the Archives of Nethys Patreon. Archives of Nethys is completely free to every end user, and it exists almost entirely on the funding from that Patreon and donations. So if you have that money, please consider throwing it towards Archives of Nethys to help them upgrade their infrastructure and keep the site running. Now, as a game master, one of my favorite areas of Archives of Nethys is using the game master screen that they have there. That has a compilation of all the most commonly referenced rules, and it makes it really easy to find stuff quickly on the fly at the table. Now, Archives of Nethys isn't perfect, it can run quite slow sometimes, but thanks to the surge of support in response to the open D&D stuff as well as the Orc license, they have just paid to have a big server upgrade, so hopefully it'll be getting much faster and we'll be getting a whole bunch of improvements coming soon. Also, if you're a game master, pf2easy.com is a great resource. It contains all of the rules and also has several other tools like an encounter builder that helps you build out your XP budget for encounters. If you are a player and want to build characters, I've got a couple different free options for you. First up is Pathbuilder. This is the option that I use. There is a free browser-based version. There is also an app. There is a paid version that's a couple bucks. It's a one-time purchase and gives you access to some extra features, but this is what I use to build all of my characters in PF2. And the thing that I like most about this is that you can plan out your entire character from 1st to 20th level and then just select which level you're actually playing at, and it will auto adjust all of your stats and all of your information. This is great for you folks who really want to plan out your entire character path ahead of time, as it really lets you get a sense of where your character is going, what feats you might want to take, and what you want to be on the lookout for during the level up process. And then there's also the Wanderer's Guide, which allows you to build characters and share those builds with other people. If you're enjoying this video, please do go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps me out. It tells YouTube that the video is worth pushing to more people. You know how this whole YouTube thing works by now, and I really appreciate it. And then finally, the Pathfinder Nexus, which is like Pathfinder's version of D&D Beyond. It's made by and run by several of the old members of the D&D Beyond team. This does have some free features. There is a free rules compendium, which allows you to browse many of the rules for free, including a lot of the base class rules. This is, in my opinion, by far the most attractive way to freely read the rules online. Any of you that have used D&D Beyond will be familiar with the kind of layout and how it presents information, and I think it's a much more reader-friendly way of consuming this information than the likes of Nethys or Pathbuilder or Wanderer's Guide. On Pathfinder Nexus, you can spend money to pick up official versions of the books. You get the PDF along with your purchase, and it unlocks the full suite of content from those books. There is also a character builder on site, which is currently in alpha, and you have access to a limited amount of character options through that without having to pay for anything. And eventually we can expect to see something very much like the current state of D&D Beyond is, where we have encounter builders and the full suite of information from all the books and being able to make any character that we want. Now, if you're playing online, there's a couple different options that I would recommend. For a completely free option, I'd suggest Owlbear Rodeo. This site allows you to place map images, grid them, and gives you an area to roll dice and paste chat images and things like that, and is a great option to just represent the space in which combat is taking place in. You can place tokens, they can see their relative positioning and move around the map. There's no automation for things like spells or attacks or anything like that, but it's a really great option to just show the players where they are and then use another tool for them to use their character sheet, like Pathbuilder or Pathfinder Nexus. By far my favorite way to play PF2 online is using Foundry. Now, this is kind of a cheat in the whole free list thing, because Foundry does have a one-time fee for the GM or whoever is hosting it. Foundry is $50, I believe, for that one-time purchase, but like I said, only one person needs to buy the software and then everyone else can connect to them for free. If you already have Foundry because you're playing 5th edition or any other system in it, then this is, in my opinion, by far the best way to play Pathfinder 2nd edition online. All of the rules and the mechanical information comes baked into the Pathfinder 2nd edition game system within Foundry, so you get everything just immediately. And then you also get access to Foundry's incredible suite of modules, so you can get a bunch of free modules to improve both the Pathfinder 2nd edition experience as well as just general gameplay experience, like adding 3D dice and adding dice trays and things like that. And then there are also paid modules, both from Paizo as well as third-party publishers. My personal favorite is the Pathfinder Bestiary token pack. It's $60, but it gives you tokens for like the 1,500 monsters that come across Bestiaries 1, 2, and 3, and it just makes everything look a lot nicer. And they're really high quality tokens as well. They've got like PNG transparent elements that burst out of the frame and they look really cool. But those are absolutely not necessary. Any of the free monsters, which is all of the monsters, you get all of the monsters for free. You can drag those onto your gameplay area, onto your battle map, and you can add your own tokens to them. So like I said, a little bit of a cheat here because it is that one-time purchase up front for Foundry, but if you already have it, this is going to be the best way for you to get into the system. If you have any suggestions for free resources you use to learn and play Pathfinder 2nd edition, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my Getting Started with Pathfinder 2nd edition video, where I go over all of the basics and give you some ideas on buying paths depending on what level of experience you have. But until next time, happy gaming.